So this course electrical machine design. This is the unit 2, and in this unit we will study about the design of transformer. The design is single phase and three phase transformers. So first of all I would like to introduce about some basic characteristic of a transformer. So the transformer is extremely important as a component in many different type of electric circuits, from a small signal electronic circuit to high voltage power transmission system. Means from very small signal electronics, it is also used in computer system, it is also used in control system. So this transformer is very useful equipment for application in the very small to very high power transmission system. The most important function of transformer are performed. These are the most important function that transformer perform: changing voltage and current level in an electric system. Changing voltage level means if voltage is increased, current will decrease. So changing voltage and current level of the transformer, current is also changed and voltage is also changed. Matching source and load impedance for maximum power transfer in electronic and control circuit. Source impedance, if source impedance is equal to load impedance, in this case the power transfer will be maximum as per the rule of the maximum power transfer theorem. For resistive load, it is ZL equal to ZS, source impedance equal to load impedance. If combination is there, then source impedance like that, suppose if it is R plus J omega L, then for maximum power transfer it will be R minus J omega L. So like this, and it is also used for electrical isolation, means it also isolate from AC to DC, because transformer is working only for AC part, not for DC part. So if there is a DC component, it will be separated out from the AC component. Generally two type of transformer we are considering, or we are find generally two type of transformers, like core type of transformer and another is shell type of transformer. So in core type of transformer, the magnetic core is built for lamination to form a rectangular frame, and the windings are arranged concentrically with each other around the legs or limbs. The top and bottom horizontal portion of the core are called yoke. Top and bottom portion yoke are connected. The yokes connect the two limbs and have a cross-sectional area equal to or greater than that of limb. These are the some definitions. Each limb carries one half of the primary and secondary. This is the important. Each limb half primary and half secondary winding is connected. Half low voltage and half high voltage winding is connected. The two windings are closely coupled together to reduce the leakage reactances. The low voltage winding is wound near the core and high voltage winding is wound over low voltage winding away from the core in order to reduce the amount of insulating material required. So these are the some parameters for core type of transformer. Shell type of transformer. So in shell type of transformer, you will see here that in shell type of transformer, the winding are put around the central limb and flux path is completed through two sides. Means central limb is there like this. Windings are placed on central limb and two paths here and here. These are the, when flux come here, these are the paths going for like this, half flux. So it will be like this. Here flux come and half flux goes here, half flux goes here, like this. The central limb carries total mutual flux, while the side limbs forming a part of parallel magnetic circuit carry half the total flux. The cross-sectional area of central limb is twice that of each side. Means this area will be double as compared to this side. These are the some comparison given here between shell type and core type of transformer. So core type transformer easy in design and construction. Comparatively, its design is complex, has low mechanical strength due to non-bracing of winding, high mechanical strength. Third point is reduction of leakage reactance is not easy possible. Reduction of leakage reactance is highly possible. The assembly can be seen dismantled for repair. For repairing, if you want, you can very easily dismantle it. It cannot be easily dismantled for repair. Better heat dissipation from winding. Heat is not easily dissipated from winding since it is surrounded by core. Has longer mean length of core and shorter mean length for coil term, hence best suited for extra high voltage requirement, and it is not suitable for extra high voltage. So these are the some comparison points regarding the core type and shell type of the transformer. Distribution transformer. So in distribution transformer, there are basically two types of transformer we are encountering in our practical applications in a power system. Distribution transformer, and this is transformer up to 200 kilovolt distribution transformer and power transformer. Two type of transformer we are using in electrical power system. Transformers up to 200 kilovolt ampere are used to step down distribution voltage to a standard service voltage level, or from transmission voltage to distribution voltage are known as distribution transformer. Transformer 200 kilovolt ampere are used to step down, and then this transformer step down the voltages and it transmit as per our requirement. Means कि some industry needed power, so accordingly the voltage is stepped down in a street side or in villages or in domestic use. The voltage level is 230 volts, so it can be further reduced and we can get the voltage about 230 volt. They are kept in operation all 24 hours a day, whether they are carrying any load current on. If load, it may be possible that load current is there or no load current is there, but still the transformer, distribution transformer, are always operating and 24 hours it is operating. Sometime maybe load may be zero, sometimes load is fully loaded transformer, so it is operating for 24 hours a day. The load on the distribution transformer varies from time to time, and the transformer will be on no load most of the time. Most of the time load may be zero also, and load varies from zero to full load. Hence the distribution transformer, the copper loss which depend on load will be more when compared to the core loss. So in this, core loss is a constant loss. So that in transformer the copper loss is variable and every time it is changing. So its copper loss will be more as compared to the core loss, which occur as long as transformer is in operation. This core loss will occur when the transformer is in operation. Hence the distribution transformer are designed with less iron loss and designated to have maximum efficiency at a load much lesser than full load. Means its efficiency is designed maximum around 75% load, the efficiency of the transformer is maximum. Also it should have good regulation to maintain the variation of voltage supply with limit so as it means voltage regulation, it should be very small. Voltage regulation is voltage at no load minus voltage at full load and divided by voltage at full load. So this voltage regulation should be small. It should be voltage regulation should be small, so that the variation of voltage is as small as possible, and efficiency should be as high as possible. But in distribution transformer, the efficiency is maximum about 75% of the full load. Now you come to the point of the power transformer. This power transformer is a transformer used in substations. Generating stations are called power transformer. Substations and generating stations, the transformer used there are called power transformer. They have ratings above 200 kilovolt ampere. Their rating is more than 200 kilovolt ampere, and distribution transformer rating is up to 200 kilovolt ampere. Usually substation will have number of transformers working in parallel. So many transformers in substations are there where they are operating in parallel. During heavy load period, all the transformers are put in operation. When load is very high, all transformers will be operating, and during light load period, some transformers are disconnected. Here you can disconnect some transformer when load is less. So this is possible for power transformer, but for distribution transformer, either load is there or load is not there. Every time it has to operate. Therefore, the power transfer should be designed to have maximum efficiency at or near full load. Means here the maximum efficiency should be at full load. Maximum efficiency is obtained at full load, means 100% load is applied. At that time its efficiency is designed in such a way that efficiency should be maximum. But in distribution transformer, it was only 75% when the efficiency was maximum. Power transformer are designed to have considerably greater leakage reactance that is permissible in DC. In distribution transformer, in order to limit the fault current. Means power transformer are designed to have greater leakage reactance. It has more leakage reactance that is permissible in distribution transformers in order, this is also possible in distribution transformer, to reduce the fault current. In the case of power transformer, inherent voltage regulation is less important than the current limiting effect of higher leakage reactance. Here voltage regulation is not so important, but the important is current limiting effect, which is obtained by higher leakage reactance. So these are the some comparison between the power transformer and distribution transformer and their applications. So now I am going to discuss about the important part, that is called output equation of single phase transformer, and from here we will also study how we can find out the total copper, how many coppers needed, and that we will find out after this. The equation which relates the rated kVA output of a transformer to the area of the core and window is called output equation. This definition you see here. What is the output? The equation which relates the rated kVA output of transformer to the area of core and window is called output equation. This equation we will derive later. In transformer, the output kVA depend on the flux density and ampere turn. So flux density and ampere turn kVA depends, that we will also derive in the coming lecture.